Moon landing conspiracy theories suggest that some or all parts of the Apollo program and the moon landings were not real, but instead were made up by NASA, possibly with help from others. The main idea is that the 6 missions from 1969 to 1972, where astronauts supposedly landed on the moon, were actually a hoax. Some people say that 12 Apollo astronauts never really walked on the moon. Different folks and groups have said that NASA and others purposefully tricked the public by creating, changing, or destroying proof, like photos, recordings, radio and TV broadcasts, and moon rock samples. Even though these ideas are not true and most experts see them as not based on real science, they have kept people interested for more than 40 years. Surveys have shown that between 6% and 20% of Americans, 25% of Britons, and 28% of Russians asked believed the crewed landings were faked. In 2001, a documentary on the Fox TV network, Conspiracy Theory, Did We Land on the Moon?, claimed that NASA faked the first landing in 1969 to win the space race. One of the early books on this topic, We Never Went to the Moon, America's $30 billion Swindle, was published by Bill Kaysing in 1976. He used to be in the US Navy and studied English. The book said the chance of a successful moon landing was very low and that faking it was easier for NASA than really going. In 1980, the Flat Earth Society said NASA faked the landings and that they were made in Hollywood with Walt Disney's help, based on a script by Arthur C. Clarke and directed by Stanley Kubrick. People who think the moon landings were faked have different ideas about why NASA and the US government would do this. The 3 main theories are: space race. They say that the United States wanted to beat the Soviet Union in the space race, which was a big deal during the Cold War. Going to the moon was seen as something that would make the US look good all over the world. NASA funding and reputation. Conspiracy theorists say that NASA faked the landings to avoid being embarrassed and to keep getting money. Vietnam War. Some people said in 2009 that the landings helped the US government take attention away from the Vietnam War, which many people didn't like. So they say crewed landings suddenly stopped around the same time the US stopped being part of the war. Many theories about the moon landings being fake have come up, suggesting that they either didn't happen, or if they did, it wasn't the way it's been told. What do you think? Were the moon landings really fake, or is this just another conspiracy theory? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below.